I'd like to make one other comment about learning to deal with sheet music. A lot of times, our default, if no one tells us any differently, is to sit down at the set and look at the sheet music with our neck twisted over to the side and try to play everything hands together from the jump. The same thing happens in the piano world. People try to just sit down and look up at the music without having seen it before and just play it hands together right out of the gate. Eventually, people can sight read things they've never seen before, but only after they've practiced a lot. So what I want you to do first is look at the sheet music away from the drums and pick one line, one hand or one limb, if you will, of these patterns, and see if you can clap through them first and talk through them first. On the piano, the best way to learn is hand separately, one part at a time. For this sheet music, let's treat the foot and the hands as the two different hands. So one part at a time. Don't try to play them both together right out of the gate. Take your bass drum part, talk through that, and clap through that first. And then take the hands, the right, left, right, and so on, and then talk through those. And then if you can put them together later, put them together. And this is still away from the set. You're not going to do it on the set until you can clap and talk through it first. So take the bass drum part, which is simpler, and clap and say 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And see if you can just clap those quarter notes at the same time. Clap it and say it at the same time while you're counting. Once you're comfortable with that, you can say da da da, ba ba da, da da da, da da da, which is that top line in number 12. And slow it down if you have to. And if you start to get comfortable with da da da, then you can say 1E and, 2E and, 3E and, 4E and, which is how you would really syllabize those 16th notes. And then, if you're comfortable with that, clap while you're doing it, and the clap would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 1E and, 2E and, 3E and, 4E and. And then see if you can stomp your foot at the same time. Add that on top. We're learning one layer at a time. So just talk through it first with no counting. Ba ba ba, ba ba ba, da da da, da da da. And then talk through it counting. And then see if you can put it together with clapping or stomping, which is what you would have done first. So clap through the quarter notes, and then the 16th note part, the other hand, if you will, the other part, talk through that with just da-da-da, just syllables. Then talk through it counting, still by itself. Then see if you can clap and talk through it or stomp and talk through it at the same time. Then, after you've done all that, then go sit down on the drum set. And if you just have to play the hands first, that's fine. But then put it together with your right foot on the bass drum. And if you can talk through it on top of the bass drum, or talk through it with the hands, that's great. But the point is, we're breaking it down into the most manageable little chunks that we can. You're learning one thing at a time, and then after you learn each thing, you put them all together, and it's going to work a lot better for you than trying to sit down at the drums, having never seen this, and just overload all of it at the same time. And if you have any questions about any of this, I'm always available. To be continued.